Okay, so the, hang on, is that landscape? Yeah. I've replaced the harmonic balancer. Not sure if it's fixed it. Still felt a little bit vibratory, so I don't know. But I'm not going to put that hydraulic fan back. I am not doing it. I'm going to put an electric one. So first I'm going to do is going to separate the radiator from that fan and ditch it all. That means I'll have two of these. Two of these fan setups, because I've pulled one out of one already. Anyway, let's get on with it. Well, bit of good luck and a bit of bad luck. Bad luck first. I went to undo these lines, the transmission lines, and I'll be buggered if I can get that back in. It will not go back in. So I don't know why it won't go in, but it just won't screw back in. And also there's a bit of, on top of that, there's this one. She's a bit damaged. Lucky it didn't leak pretty badly. That's the unlucky. Lucky is I had a spare radiator which is in much better condition, and I just decided to cut them off instead of trying to unscrew them, because I don't want to break this one too. I even held the back nut. I even held this back nut and it still broke, so I don't know. I'm going to use this. This was still also my aircon didn't work because this was buggered, so this was on here as well in good condition, so I can reconnect that to the aircon, maybe have a guest one day, maybe before next summer. I'm going to use this as the transmission cooler. I'm going to connect these two and run the hydraulic lines down the bottom and connect them to there. That will work much better than in a hot radiator. I don't know why they do that. Warms up the transmission, I guess, but then they last longer and work better with cool oil. So so yeah, that's as far as I got at the moment. I've also ordered a new hose from Auto One, and that should be here at lunchtime roughly, because even though the old one was okay-ish, it's still on there, or no, here it is. It's okay-ish, but it's okay to put in the back of a car as an emergency repair, but it's a bit, I don't know, I don't think it's the original. It looks like it's been chopped at both ends and it's probably from something else. Not 100% sure, but it doesn't look the best. So since it's not an easy job to strip all this out, well, it'll be easier now, because all I'm going to do is put an electric fan here, which is not very thick. It's easier to get to that, to get to the hose now. So yeah, it wouldn't be a problem if it didn't come in at lunchtime. So anyway, that's my progress so far, and looking forward to driving it again. I like driving my Jeeps. Anyway, talk again soon. Mwahaha. Well, hello gang. It's a day or two later, and ended up ordering new hoses just in case, and I'll keep the old ones as spares. If you ever go off-roader on a trip, it's handy to have spares. Same with the belt. I've replaced the belt. and I keep the old one, which is still in reasonable condition, in case you go out and something happens to it and you need a spare. Okay, what have I done so far? Alright, I've connected it all back up. I'm not using this part of the hydraulics anymore. I'm now running the hydraulic lines to the front, and I've connected it to this. So this is now the transmission cooler. Okay, then I've run 2 lines from the steering box around the front here to here, right, and for the power steering. So no more hydraulic fan. Okay, ditch that, no more hydraulic fan. The reason I haven't fitted the electrics yet is because I want to make a clip out of that. I've been asked that so many times. How do I do that, right? Well, first of all, you need to, here's a steering pump, right? You need to block this one off. This one here does the, that's a return line from the hydraulic fan. You just need to put a cap on that, all right? And then the other 2 connect to the steering box. That's the supply, that's the return. And so yes, you can delete the hydraulics, not a problem. So that's good so far. So I've got those lines done, that done. Yeah. Like I said, the harmonic balancer has been replaced. We'll see what that is like. So all I've got to do now, is fill it up with water first, run it till it's hot, and then drain it again and fill it with coolant. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill it up with water, good old H2O, and disconnect the hose at the bottom and just dump it all out. And then, yeah, fill it up with coolant. So anyway, that's what I'm up to now. I noticed there's ball bearings stuck in here. At first I thought it was accidental, but now I realize they must be for balancing the fan. That's a heavy ass fan, man. And I guess it's always turning. And there's even small ones in there, look. See that? Then I saw this one. I'm like, oh, that was out of balance. Look, I'm pumping oil. Yeah. And the small ones and big ones, wow. That's a lot of bearings. Anyway, just thought I'd show you out of interest. Whew, I'm done for today. Still have to put the grill and everything back on, but that's minimal. But that can be tomorrow's job. But yeah, I made a lot of work for myself by changing stuff, but that's me. I like cars to be more simple than what they are. So this is the plug from the switch to the hydraulic fan, and I'll be using the signal power for that to go to a relay switch, and then I'll tap into here. Oh, what's this? Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Was that a vacuum hose? What have I got here? I have no idea what these are for. No idea. It's not factory. That looks like a audio. Oh. No, that goes to some sort of sensor in the front that was broken. One of them. Who knows? I have no idea. Anyway, I'll get a power from here and a relay switch, and then power the fan, and I'll show you where I put the thermo switch. It's quite simple, really. So yeah, that's all done. The harmonic balancer is done. That was the actual job I was doing. And in the meantime, made a lot more work for myself, but I replaced a damaged radiator, a damaged, what's this called, a condenser again, isn't it? That's a condenser, and that's a dryer, I believe. Yeah, I replaced that too. Replaced the radiator, replaced the condenser, replaced the harmonic balancer, connected the oil cooler for the transmission, and yeah, made it the hydraulics a lot simpler. So I'll take it for a drive tomorrow and let you know what it's like. But I don't want to take it for a drive now because I don't have the bonnet latch to hold it down, so I'll do that tomorrow. Calling it a day. It's been a on-off day today because it's been raining, not raining, raining, not raining. So basically I'm doing this between the showers of rain. In Australia we call rain showers. No idea why, but they're called showers, and in between the showers, let me know if you call it showers in your country. So yeah, it took a lot less coolant than I expected, even though I drained it and I blew out the heater core. I was supposed to take like over 10 liters, but maybe 6. Yeah, maybe there was a lot of water left in the system. I hope not. Anyway, maybe when we start driving, I even undid the bleeding screw. I let the air out. And it still didn't take anything, so hardly any. So anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Roll 'em. Whew. Well, crew, it's done, all but the electric fan. And let's just pray that the harmonic balancer, not hydraulic, harmonic balancer fixes the problem. I don't think so, because the old one looked okay. It didn't look, you know, when a hydraulic balancer is stuffed, they either got a crack in them, you know, because they've been hit by something, or cracked from old age, because they do absorb harmonic vibrations all the time. So the metal can get metal fatigue and break. But in this case everything looked good, even the rubber. It didn't look like the weight on the outside had spun on the rubber. It didn't look like it had moved. So, and the problem is these cars are externally balanced, they're not internally balanced, which means they're balanced with the harmonic balancer and the flywheel and clutch. Now, I have to talk to the engineers about this, because I'm going to have a different harmonic balancer. So a performance one. So I don't know how that's going to work yet. But anyway, here's what it looks like. It looks a hell of a lot neater this way. You wouldn't think it was all finished, would you? The only thing is a very slim electric fan that needs to go on there. Right. Yeah, that just made me realize how much room I have in this Jeep if you don't have the hydraulic fan set up. It could actually come forward quite a bit with zero problems. So I'm going to get I have a thicker radiator for it, which is this full width, so that does reduce it a little bit, but not a lot. So the only thing to do now is a test drive. And at the moment my son is here and he's blocking the driveway, so I'm going to have to do that a bit later. Maybe tomorrow morning when I take my daughter to school. Because even though there's no fan, as long as you keep moving, you can keep driving this. As long as you're moving and there's air traveling through the radiator, you don't need a fan. You know, as long as you're doing some speed, you know, reasonable speed, I don't know, 20 kilometers per hour, something like that, the fan doesn't really do anything after that. So that's why electric fan is good compared to, first they had solid fans on cars, right? Then I realized they're not needed. They do nothing after a certain speed. The wind blowing through the front is faster than the fan, and it's just parasitical power drag. So then they came up with a clutch fan, right? So when that got hot, the oil would expand and the clutch would grab, and it would only start spinning when the engine was hot. Then people started thinking, why not electric? Only turn on electric when. So you put a temperature gauge, temperature sensor in the engine, and then when it's hot, the electric fan kicks in, right? Now to me, that is still the best answer, because you don't have any parasitic drag until you need it, and all the parasitic drag you have is from the alternator charging your battery to run the electric fan, right? And if you're really smart, like what I'm going to do with my other Jeep, I'm going to run small fans, probably 4 small fans, and have them set up in 2 stages, so that I only use a little bit of electricity until as it gets really hot, then I use all of them. That's the option you have when you do that. Not sure if that worked with the Haltech system, but we'll see. So, but anyway, I will show you when I hook up the electrics how I do it. It's quite simple, it's not difficult, most people can do it, and I'll show you how it's done. And because I've been asked this before on my channel how it's done, and I never filmed it when I did it before, so I'll do it this time. So anyway, here's the finished product. I will upload tomorrow after I've done the test drive. Oof. Well, my son has already gone away. So I thought I'd take for a test drive before tomorrow, and I could upload it tonight. I like fresh air when I drive. It springs into life quick. I don't know, it does feel a little bit different, but we'll see. I don't know where my wife planted her new plants. I don't want to run over them. Okay. Yeah, I may need to change the steering pump, hydraulic pump, because it's a bit noisier than my old one. Vibration's still there. I can feel it in my steering wheel. I can feel it in the steering wheel. I'll be buggered. I'll be buggered, eh? What's causing that? At least I've got new radiator hoses, new belt, the coolant's been changed, all that's done. Just so annoying. I don't see, well, it doesn't feel so bad maybe. I don't know. Time will tell. Time will tell. Oh, my neck's hurting, guys. Ugh. Just take it for a spin around the block. Time will tell. 100% still there. So it's not the harmonic balancer. Well, well, well. Wow, wow, wow. What could it be? It's not the front drive shaft. That's gone. It's not the harmonic balancer. So that leaves a torque converter or something internal in the motor. But it's a weird vibration for an engine vibration, for an internal vibration. It's really weird. Halfway up to running temp. Yeah, I couldn't get much coolant in, so I'm hoping it sucked in the overflow tank empty last night, so that's good. But it didn't take a lot more fluid in the radiator to top it up. Very little. So hopefully it's full now. So much for the internet saying it needs 15 liters. So yes, harmonic vibration, oh, it's horrible, does not mean harmonic balancer. Okay? Doesn't mean harmonic balancer. Harmonic vibrations does not equal the harmonic balancer. So there you have it. Alright, I'll see you in the next clip. Be good and take care, guys.